For this question, we have a bit of a Gordian knot. We have a puzzle, and we need to find a fast way to put this puzzle together. And you want to make sure you are very specific and paying attention to the details of what it is asking for, which is how many extra banners the club will be able to make if they purchase enough full bolts to make at least 500. So the bolts are going to leave some extra material above what we need to make the 500, and we need to figure out, based on the extra material that we have, how many full banners we're able to make. So I'm going to start off with the blue. You don't have to start off with the blue. There are lots of different ways to start. I'm going to go all the way to figuring out how much extra material we have from just the blue, and then we'll do the same for the white. And I'm going to set up a proportion here. So we're told that it takes 1/4 yard of material to make one banner. So we need to figure out how much total material we need for 500 banners. So I'm just going to set it up. This is an unconventional way of doing it, but it works always. So we're going to then cross multiply to be able to figure this out, which the easier way to cross multiply is just multiply the terms that are across from each other and divide by the other number, which in this case, we're just going to multiply 500 times 1/4 to get that we're going to need 125 yards to make 500 banners. And the reams are sold in 10 yards each. So to be able to buy enough reams to do the full 125 yards, we're going to have to buy 13 bolts. And so 13 bolts is going to make 130 yards since they're 10 yards each. And that's going to leave us, if we take the 125 we need, that's going to leave us with 5 extra yards of material. And so let's just figure out how many extra banners we can make just from the blue portion. We need to also have that amount for the white to be able to make it, but we're just going to see how many extra we can make just from the blue portion. So I'm going to set up my proportion just like we did before. 1/4 yard of material makes 1. And so how many will 5 yards of material? So I'm going to put it in the numerator this time because we already have the number of yards of material we have. And now we're trying to figure out how many banners we can make. So we're just going to multiply the numbers that are across from each other and divide by 1/4. And when we do this, we get that X is equal to 20, which means we could make 20 extra banners just based off of the extra blue material that we need. That doesn't mean we'll be able to make 20 extra banners, but we'll have enough of the blue material to make 20 extra banners. And so now we're going to do the exact same thing with the white material and see if we can figure it out. I recommend that you just pause the video here and try to figure out the white material on your own before listening to this explanation to see if you're getting it. So I'm going to set up the proportion just like we did. 3/8 yards of material makes 1 banner. And so we need to figure out how many yards of material we need to make 500 banners. And you could cross multiply, or you can just do 500 times 3/8 divided by 1, which is going to get us 187.5 yards of material is what we're going to need to make 500 banners. So the bolts for the white come in 12 yards each. And so we can just divide 187.5 by 12 to see it's 15 and change. So we're going to need to buy 16 bolts to be able to cover the needed material. And so 16 times 12, which is how many yards are in each bolt, means we're going to have a total of 192 yards of material. So we only need 187.5 yards of material. So when we subtract that out, we're left with 4.5 yards of material after we've made our 500. And so now we're going to use this number. We know how many yards of material we have. We're going to set up our proportion again. 3/8 yards makes 1, and we have 4.5 yards. So how many can we make from the 4.5 yards? And you just multiply the numbers that are across from each other and divide by the remaining. So it's 4.5 divided by 3/8, which is going to give us 12 banners extra that we're going to be able to make based off of the white material. So since we're limited by the white material and 12 banners, we will be able to make the 12 banners from the blue material. So 12 banners total is what we're going to have enough material for after we make our 500, which is answer A.